test, test, test. We're on. Yay. All right. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Show the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. Fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes. La 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses. La 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 la. Sing we joyous all together. La 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather. La 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 la. Fa la 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 la. You could have sung along on that.
Well, welcome. Thank you for that music. Welcome to Unity Center Divine Love and Light. And for all the multitudes that are here in person, and those that are on the way, and those of you in cyberspace, we welcome you and we thank you for being with us today. Today is a time of taking a look at, well, have we got the Christmas spirit yet? And I think one answer is going to be that it's possible to have the Christmas spirit on any day of the year in any circumstance. And so I want to give thanks for everybody about being here. I'm Steve Colladay. I'm helping out with the platforming today. And the message we're going to be talking about is the first Sunday in Advent as we prepare our heart and mind to celebrate the birth and the rebirth of the Spirit of God on earth in the form of Jesus of Nazareth. The lesson this morning we're going to talk about is expecting our good and activating our faith. And I want to give thanks to Sandra and Chris and all of you for the work that you do here, the blessings we have. We always have stunning music, I think.
Oh, and I hope so.
Because well, they're stunning individuals, you know. That's really very true. I'm going to thank Byron and Wendy's on sound right now, and Wendy, of course, Wendy does everything here. And
It's musical chairs
Wayne
over there.
is also the part of the AV team this morning, so thank you very much. And Doug is part of all of the usher and so on. And everybody, there's so many people that have done wonders for this place, and we're very thankful for you. We're going to be singing a song called Angels We Have Heard on High. Now, I know people have heard this. And so we're going to do something differently. This is one that we can sing. And given that we have some people here, I'm going to invite everybody to come up, that if you're physically here, maybe not the AV people, but the rest of you, to come here and stand in a semicircle.
Yeah.
And you can stand where you are. And
It'll be fun.
Yeah. And then, and Doug's coming up, and it come up. Good morning. And come on, Eileen, we're doing a semicircle thing.
Yes, we need the numbers. Yeah.
and we're about to sing. Now, come on, Eileen, as soon as you get here, we can continue, and because we're live right now. And so you're over here, and so let's move the circle a little bit this way. Okay. Now, hold it right there, and make it, there we go. Now, turn around, pivot exactly where you are, and look at the clock and the cameras on the wall. And wave to everybody. Now, just so you know, this is the new Unity Center Divine Love and Light Tabernacle Choir. And this is our debut. Okay,
Yay.
so folks, you can look at that screen. You can look at either words. But we're going to be, you can sing if you want. They won't hear you out there necessarily. But please mute me. You don't want to hear my singing. So let's do this now.
Yeah, this is fun. This is traditional, but we're going to give it a little bit of more of a beat. So here's the intro, and then we'll start in 2, 3, 4.
No fraction. It was good.
Here we go. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly, sweetly o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their brave delights. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Excelsis Deo. Second verse. Shepherds, why didst you believe? Why these songs of happy cheer? What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did you hear? Excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the angels praise above. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while we raise our hearts in love. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
And now, yes, let's give ourselves a hand.
That should have woke
And
them
let's
up.
also give us a hand to all the people watching this. You don't know how good you folks sound because we know you sounded great. Oh, my. Well, this is the way. I was wondering myself, at what point during the year will I really catch what is seen as the Christmas spirit as we approach the holiday time, calendar-wise. And this was one of those moments. I mean, it's too important to be aware of sort of the same old, and wondering, well, I wonder if I'll catch the Christmas spirit this year. But I would say we did. So, one of the reasons that you're here today, those of you that are here with us in person and also online, is that you have a place within you that is yearning to be touched at depth and yearning to share what you have. You're aware that you're being touched at depth, that you give it out. And so that's what we do here at Unity. You see our mission statement on the screen if you want to affirm that with me together. Touching hearts, transforming lives. And our vision is offering a positive path for spiritual living. And we see the transition prayer affirmation since we started this transition process. Let's affirm this again together. We embrace divine inspiration, guiding us to manifest the highest good for our community as we co-create our future. And part of, one of the things that's so beautiful about the sanctuary, there's a great view always from the podium up here, from the platform. We can see everybody's faces, but we also can see the decorating. And above the windows that's in the area where there's a sort of a cry room, and where Wendy is sitting right now, there's some wonderful balloons. It is full of balloons. And the whole sanctuary is just beautiful and decorated beautifully. And there's a number of people that we want to thank for that particularly. And Danielle? Yay. Yeah, Danielle. And Wayne and everybody, and so many people here have done all this. And those of you that aren't here that have done the decorating, we're very, very thankful. And Wendy, could you come up, and we're going to go ahead and do this now. Let's see. I think it's on.
Thank you. Hello?
The green light's on. Is she on?
Hello? Is it on?
Try it again.
Hello? No.
The green light's on.
Green light's on. There's a mute button here. Hello?
Testing, testing. One more time. Keep talking.
Testing? Testing? Hello?
There's an echo in here.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Great, thank you.
All right. So, what happened here yesterday?
Oh my gosh, it was so festive and fun. We had a Christmas party here yesterday, and lots of people showed up, and we played lots of games. We ate lots of food. We had so much fun. We played bingo. We got prizes. If you missed that party last night, I'm sorry for you, because we had such a great time when we got home, and we were just ecstatic still.
Yeah.
In fact, I had trouble going to sleep last night because I was so jacked up.
Well, you were really in it. I could see that yesterday. Yeah, you were.
I
Yeah.
had a blast.
And,
Thank you, Danielle and Kendra, for that.
Yeah, and Kendra is with the children right now, is she not? Danielle, come on up here. We need to. Yeah, come on. It's like you know within you that you have done an incredible job, and you've gone beyond what a lot of people ever do their whole lifetime. And this is a short time I've been here since May. Woman, you have been awesome. Your sacred service is what it's all about. And so, just so you know that we appreciate you, and everybody here knows that. And you're not alone in those that have given the gifts, right? And you're part of a team. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Danielle.
We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ that you are and you demonstrate.
Yes, we do. And Danielle does a lot more than throw parties. She's who keeps the building clean and mows lawns in the summer. I mean, she just does all kinds of stuff. She's a rock star.
And Danielle, you're on our board of trustees, too.
Oh, yeah,
So
and she's on the board.
the service-
She's our treasurer.
She's our treasurer. I mean, really. So, Okay, and so what's happening afterwards in the foyer out there?
We also have, if you haven't bought all your Christmas presents yet and you don't know quite what you want to buy, visit our foyer. We got a little country store out there. We got all kinds of Christmas decorations, jewelry, all kinds of gently used items, and it's on a love offering basis. Come on in, pay what you want for what you get, and there's some beautiful items out there. I can attest to that. And in fact, I bought like 5 things last night.
All right. I saw some things I got my eye on too. So
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. That's awesome. If you haven't checked it out, do so. And thank you all. So, what's next? A spiritual nugget. Something we forget sometimes, but what about the Christ Spirit comes forth so often in so many people in the Christmas time, and sometimes we don't call it by a religious terminology. We might just call it love. How about that? Or we might call this people get into the Spirit, and you know what that means. And each person here has a different interpretation of what it means. But one of Unity's 5 core principles is that all human beings have a spark of divinity within them, the divine that's higher and greater than they perhaps are individually. And that is the Spirit of the Christ, the Spirit that Jesus the Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, demonstrated and lived and said, "The works that I have done, you shall all do these works, and greater works than these shall you do." So everyone's very essence is of God, and therefore they're also inherently good. Now, when you look at the nativity scene, there's a beautiful nativity scene over here, just stunning. And one of the things that's so powerful about the nativity scenes is that it touches people in so many different ways. And one is we all are always touched by the babe, by a birth of a young one. And everyone has their own experience of what that's about. Mothers, of course, and everyone else. And so in essence, what I remember about the nativity scene is not only the miraculous birth of a young man with the name Jesus of Nazareth, but the story of what happens when all the wise men line up to greet the newborn king, some have said. And you know what? One of the stories is that one of the wise men even said, "As I look at the babe, as I look at you, I see myself. And in you, you see me." That there's a level of oneness. And the sense of, with a newborn, with a babe, that love is instant, it's contagious. And for someone to come up on this planet and grow into a human being and to live the life that we haven't lived, and to tell us that these works that I have done, you shall also do, and greater works than these shall you do. That's because we have a spark of divinity within us, as J.C. did. So something else that's really important about the power of Christmas, quite often it'll be something comes up, or you get something like sort of a gut punch in a wonderful way, sort of like a wake-up call, and sometimes it's like seeing an icon of the planet Earth and knowing the beauty of the planet Earth, and also knowing the calls for healing around the planet, this very moment and everywhere, and people in our life, everybody on the planet. As we visualize it, we're holding the blue marble, the sweetness of planet Earth in our heart and mind, that we're touching one another as we do that, and we're also at one with all humanity and all creation. And therefore there is peace on earth. And so let's stand as we say a very powerful statement for peace. And to believe that as we say it, and you folks online, please join us in your own way, to say that our words have power. Our words have creative and co-creative power. And at the level of consciousness, we make a huge difference as we affirm this statement of unity. Together, unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God. For there is one power and presence of God, and that God loves each one of us equally. It is therefore the position of unity to urge all nations, their leaders, and their people to turn to God by whatever the name for guidance during these challenging times, and to pursue peace, not war. For this is what honors the God of all our faith traditions. And we affirm this and we say it is so. Amen. And while you're standing, we're going to greet one another. You know how to do it? And folks online, pretend you're greeting with us and greet yourself too. Greet your neighbor, folks.
Oh, it's not on the list. Yeah, no kissing. That's cute.
Oh, you know, it's so awesome to be amongst folks that really get that we are one, and at the level of, if you're like me, when I first came to Unity Church, it was in Honolulu, and I just heard of Unity, and I thought I was pretty advanced in all that stuff, and not much. But I sat in the back pew, and a church of maybe 300 on a Sunday or something, and I found myself, as they got up and hugged everybody like we did here. And I was judging. It was into my judgment self. It was really covering my fear. Stay away. But these people are all hugging each other. Geez, what's this about? And David McClure was the minister. And so the long story short is I got over that. At least I'm getting over it. I mean, to me, it's awesome. And so the reason we do that, it's a reminder. Another part of why do we do this in a service? Because we realize that there's a whole continuum of people who really love it, and some people that would almost run out of the room screaming. But the reason is, it's another reminder that we are not in isolation, that we are one. There's a level of oneness with each other. And so, daily word for today, as I mentioned, we're in Advent now. And I'm one of those that I grew up in a Presbyterian church. My mother had a degree in Christian education. Today we'd call it a licensed teacher type degree. And my two brothers and I, we were supposed to behave ourselves in church. And, there's that. And I was through years and years and years of church. And a lot of it didn't take. But I began to really love a lot of the rituals. And Christmas season being one of them. And Advent. And I didn't really understand what the hell Advent meant. And in some ways, none of us do. But so if that's you, even if you do, I just want to suggest a way of embracing the Advent season. If you think it's just another churchy thing that we have to do. You don't have to, nobody has to do this. But it's like, do you believe that there's something in the Christmas season that's beyond religion, that it's beyond the man called Jesus of Nazareth, that there's something that if we pay attention, that we will get to a deeper level of ourselves. And so what Advent is, the way I look at it, one way of looking at it, and I didn't used to look at it this way, It's preparation for it. It's taking one step at a time and saying, sort of breaking it down. Okay, what is it? What are some of the barriers that I put into awareness that the Christmas spirit is every single day, every single moment of waking life? Working life. And what about the barriers I've put? That if something is going on with me or others or on the whole planet, I'm so freaked out. I don't have faith about this. I'm worried. I'm fearful. It could be about you. It could be about this organization called Unity Center of Divine Love and Light. But the Advent season is a time to look at, for a whole week, a couple of options. And today we have hope and faith. And so if you really were to believe unconditionally in hope and faith, that your hope would lead you to deepen your faith. And so the daily word today that thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are reading around the world today is hope and faith. My hope leads me to deepen in faith. Let's affirm that together. My hope leads me to deepen in faith. As Advent season begins, I feel a quickening, a renewal deep within me as I embark upon a spiritual journey leading to Christmas. Over the year, I may have dropped for lasting peace, may have hoped for lasting peace, greater love, or abiding joy. But as I have grown spiritually, I have learned to look for those things within, to claim them as aspects of my identity. Once I do that, I will begin to see them manifest in my life. Faith is how I begin to bring my hopes to life. Like my other divine gifts, I always have faith. It's up to me to decide how to use it. When I choose to believe that peace will blanket the earth, love will heal our hearts, and joy will bring harmony to the world's people, I am using the power of my faith to bring those visions to vivid life. In the scripture, John 1-5, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. And for you, my friends, I would suggest that's written for you and all of us. The light within us shines in the darkness. And whatever we call darkness shall not overcome it. Hope and faith, my hope leads me to deepen in faith. Let's affirm with me to that affirmation together. My hope leads me to deepen in faith. And so it is. So we continue this Advent as we move into the time of hope and faith, renewed hope and faith in personal prayer and community prayer, and then a guided meditation. And as we take a deep breath, we move into a place of centeredness, a place within us where we know that there is peace and there is faith, part of our core identity, a divine gift given to us. And in this time of perhaps sharing a prayer, maybe whispering the name of a person or a situation, may we realize that all is well, and there's a place within all of us where all is well. So in the silence, should you wish to whisper aloud a prayer or a name, know that the level of heart everybody already knows and is joining you in affirming personal community prayer. And with a deep breath, we inhale deeply and release. And as we do, perhaps we see ourselves moving through as a point of light, moving through this moment in time and space, moving beyond our body, beyond where we believe we are physically. And we see as we've released our thoughts into the future, into the here and now, into spirit, we hold ourselves and our loved ones in a bubble of light, heart-filled light, the place within us that is forever knowing, forever shining. And we realize with God all things are possible. And so we move into the deep stillness where we rest. And in a moment I will pursue further with the guided meditation in this silence. In my mind's eye, I see perhaps a message to me, maybe in my heart. In my mind, I see and hear how I am to bring my hopes and my faith to life. And perhaps I also see that for others. What is it that brings their hope and their faith to life? And affirming in them that they have the wisdom and the power and the willingness and the heart to change their lives, to manifest the hope and the faith that is calling for expression, to manifest it in their lives. And for this moment in time, I always have a choice to believe. I remember that I always have a choice to believe that peace is here and now. Peace will and has blanketed the earth. And the love that is within my heart is like a rolling, healing wave rolling throughout the universe, extending the collective consciousness of love, of which I am a part and one. And so there's nothing to do. It's about beingness, it's letting go. Knowing that hope and faith are forever, forever within us. And so we say thank you. Thank you for this hope of Christmas.
Take me back to 8 years old, the little church on a dead-end road, with a candle flicker in one hand and Dad's hand in the other. Take me back to silent night, My heart was full and the world was right. 'Cause right now the world looks nothing like those innocent Decembers. These days peace on earth is hard to find. And I need you to remind me one more time. You're still the hope of Christmas. You're still the light when the world looks dark. You're still the hope of Christmas. And you're still the hope of my heart. Watch the snowflakes falling down like a blanket on this town. For a moment we can hardly see the pain this year has brought us. May the sick find healing's touch. May hatred's fight be won with love. And may every heart make room for you, the one who came to save us. 'Cause you're still the hope of Christmas. You're still the light when the world looks dark. You're still the hope of Christmas. And you're still the hope of my heart. You're the hope of Christmas. I bowed my head to pray tonight, felt my little girl by my side. She slipped her tiny hand in mine, and we both talked to you. Took me back to 8 years old, my daddy's hand and a story told about heaven's love in a manger low, and a promise that's still true. You're still the hope of Christmas. You're still the light when the world looks dark. You're still the hope of Christmas. And you're still the hope of my heart. You're still the hope of Christmas. You're still the light when the world looks dark. You're still the hope of Christmas. You're still the hope of my heart.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that song. It really is the hope of Christmas. We are the hope of Christmas. You are the hope of Christmas. In this first Sunday in Advent, we have Advent candles. And there's many ways of celebrating Advent. And some ministries have candles like this. Others do not. And it culminates in Christmas Day in the birth of Jesus. So we're going to, let's see. This is going to work. Here we go. The first Sunday. So that could be a reminder. What would you say that is reminding you of right now? You heard us talk about the first Sunday in Advent. Um, what is ringing in your bells, your chimes, your hope and your faith? And so one thing about that Advent is this is not a one and done, come to Sunday and you're done. Well, you could. But our invitation is for the entire week. Find a way to, if you wish, to keep in touch with. You can remember the two words. This is the only Sunday Advent that has two words. It's hope and faith. Because there's great controversy everywhere around, are hope and faith the same thing? And we aren't going to get into that today. And so it doesn't really matter, but hope and faith are so similar and spoken together in context are very, very, very powerful. So these two words, if you, like me, sometimes as a reminder, if I say on a good moment, like maybe during a service, I may be reluctant to pull out my phone and type in hope and faith and have it posted every day of the week. I know how to do that, as so do you. And we know how to do sticky notes and all that kind of stuff as reminders. And the reminder of is it hasn't gone anywhere, but it's setting the intention. Is our intention to be expecting good in our life because of our core identity as a child of God? Do we expect good? And if we expect good, is that going to lead us into activating the faith that is ours too? So if you believe that somewhere within you and within everyone is the light of Spirit, and if that's the case, that's good. We expect the good. And so no matter what appears to be darkness that might be blocking our awareness of the light, we have the ability to activate our faith, to say, okay, yeah, I get that this is seeming really dark right now, and we can say that about most anything that's going on around the planet these days, right? And there's a lot of people that have more faith in darkness than they do in any kind of positive thoughts or actions or beliefs, let alone behavior. It's our choice. But if we move into a willingness and intention to have and to remove the barriers that we've placed to having hope and faith, no matter what the circumstances, some circumstances are incredibly dire. And all of you, we've all had that kind of one. I had a minor one last Friday, one I wasn't expecting. I think I've told you all that I like to walk and hike, and one of my favorite hiking trails is the Waikiki Nature Trail in Spokane. And I love going around the entire loop. There's called the Granite Trail, and it's 4.5 miles from the trailhead all the way back and down. It's some good uphill, and it's a great workout, and it's stunningly beautiful. And Friday, I made an agreement with a good friend of mine who likes to walk, and that he and I were going to walk at noon on Friday. Well, if you remember noon on Friday, there was some snow. In fact, it was lots of snow. And in the mountains, there was like 2, 3, 4 inches. And I hadn't thought about how walking in snow might be a little bit more difficult than without snow. I mean, I didn't. Anyway, my friend wasn't going to go. And then I said, well, yeah, I'm going to go. I just felt that I love it. And I've done it many times, and it's no big deal. And he said, okay, well, I'll go. Then he called back and said, I changed my mind. Long story. It was a beautiful day, and the mountain trail was just full of white, and the trail was full of snow and trees. It was just stunningly beautiful. That was a Christmas moment for me. And it was just awesome. And it was hard as hell. I mean, I was breathing much harder. And I hadn't even gotten halfway to the top yet because it was much harder. But it was still, I just saying, this is great. And so getting near the trailhead, there was a bench. I decided, well, I'm going to sit down. I was pushing snow off of the bench, and so was my friend. And I fell. I slipped, hit my head. 7 stitches later. And no, I was very aware. My friend was freaking out. He said, "You got to be aware of a concussion at your age, Steve." I said, "Stop." And I had didn't tell yesterday. I got a diagnosis. There's no fracture in my left wrist, my left hand. So that's all. I'm not my body. I mean, I have internalized that beautifully, and I'm not my body. So this was all an incredible experience. But then I realized that, well, there's a lot of things to do, and I was expecting good in every situation, and even sitting and waiting in the ER and all this stuff. I was, it's possible to do that in the midst of. And that was a minor situation, folks. A minor situation that I've been in others that are much more horrific, as have you. And as people you're thinking about have been in your life. So it's possible if we want to believe in the possibility. But the scripture says in Luke 1, "For nothing will be impossible with God." Now, with God, that's a traditional, again, for me, a trigger word for years was God, the term God, and then anything that was spoke of religion. But I began to reinterpret. It's possible to, on the fly, instantly reinterpret words that don't seem to speak to you, or that maybe you created a trigger around. But God, the possible with your higher power, nothing is impossible. And so, as we move through the holiday routines, talking about Advent, do you believe there is a promise? And I sent out an article that said the promise of Advent 2023. And as we move through this holiday time, are we caught up in the activity, in the busyness of it, without an awareness of what's really driving us? And so what we're doing during Advent time is to just pause a moment and say, okay, what's the true meaning of all of this? And you look around the space here, and Christmas is just full of all kinds of icons and signs of joy and just beauty and sacredness. And can we remember that in the midst of our holiday rush? So this is a time of preparing and a time of opening our hearts and minds for knowing at a deep level as we continue pulling the layers off that have been barriers to accepting and embracing the Spirit. Peace is next week. Love, joy. And so that's where we are this week. And so hope and faith is an opportunity to know that a loving, present, and all-powerful God has given all of us all that we need to be happy, prosperous, and joyous. And Colossians said, Christ in you, the hope of glory. The Spirit in you, the hope of glory. So friends, let us continue knowing that there is no place that expecting our good can diminish. Expecting our good and activating our faith transforms our lives and is contagious. So thank you for being contagious. God bless you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to stand again and sing. I know you probably have heard this song. How many of you know We Need a Little Christmas? You probably can hear Johnny Mathis in your head singing this. It's fun. We won't take it too fast. I'm going to actually play the melody once so you hear it. So we've got... That's the basic structure. All right, here we go. Haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking, I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols in the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. So climb out the chimney, turn on the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruitcake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that evergreen bough. For we need, I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older, and I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder. Need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafter, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now. How much of it did you get? It's not one of the more common, but it's fun.
Okay, so what's up at Unity? This is time of some announcement, all kinds of goodies going on. This Saturday afternoon at 11 o'clock, Sue Jarvis Memorial Service. And some of you know, I think all of you knew Sue, and many of us, some of us did not, but she was very active here, just a wonderful woman. And she was known for a hat project, Christmas project, that she would personally knit a bunch of hats, and about 50 hats every year, and put them in a box and take them down to the police to use to hand out to people that were in some need. And I had the great experience of taking the hats that she created, and I was thinking of Sue the entire time, and taking them to the police station, and even get there and talk to anybody. You had to go through, be screened, as if it's going to be a TSA on a flight. And anyway, they have the hats, and the hats are now making a difference. And Sue has been making a difference. She has been an amazing woman for this place. A good experience of giving. And so, and December 24th is Christmas Eve, and so we have 2 Christmas Eve services. Sometimes the Sunday service will be part of the Christmas Eve service. It'll be, be music and a lesson and candles in the first service, and then at 7 o'clock a traditional candlelight ceremony, and that's very, very popular. And we invite everybody to be both of those. And in preparation for the new you, I call it Happy New You, Y-O-U. Happy New You is deciding that we're going to let go of the past, and we're going to focus on what is calling for healing right now. And there's a ceremony that Unity churches around the country have done over the decades that's very, very powerful. And how many of you here have done one of the burning bowls here before? A lot of you have, I've seen. And it's really powerful. And so that'd be a good one to invite a friend to that maybe has not been to Unity before. But anyway, that's December 31st. And then on January 7th, that's coming next, but January 14th is a town hall meeting. The transition team and the board and myself, we will be sharing some of the latest of what's going on in our transition process. And you will have participated in something before that on January 7th. It's a congregation session. This is for everybody. This is one of the important sessions we're doing. And this is taking a deep look at our current mission and vision statements and deciding whether we want to add some core values to it. And there's a 2-hour session starting Sunday after service at 12:30. And we would invite you to be a part of it. You do not need to sign up, but everyone's invited. That's an important session, and there'll be great energy. What a wonderful way to begin the new year, to take a look at, well, okay, who are we right now? And let's agree, and then let's go forth. Everyone's invited. So now we're going to go forth with your offering. This is the time where we accept your offering, and you can do so in person in a few moments or online by mail. And we have some music as we do this now. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, you brought that alive. Oh. And so what is alive for us is the beauty of giving. And so as we have given these gifts, let's affirm together with our heart and mind connected. Together, divine love in, through, and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are grateful, and amen. And also, this is the time and remembering that in hope and faith, as you affirm hope and faith for yourself and for others, perhaps through a prayer request in our prayer box, or online or in person, that prayer works. Prayer is powerful. Prayer is healing. Prayer is here and now a gift to you and to others. And so we say thank you. Thank you, Doug. And our children are yearning to come in. They were on fire yesterday. It was awesome. You go ahead.
You are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. You are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Good morning.
Good morning.
So today we're going to do a nativity scene on Christmas Eve day to a song. And so we talked more about the nativity scene, and they each made a 3D one that they're going to show you guys. And then they also made these ornaments that they're going to put on that one tree that still kind of needs some ornaments. So they're going to kind of walk around and show you guys if they want to.
Yeah,
Some
come
of
on,
them
walk
wanted
around. Come,
to.
come show us.
Show them this too.
Wow. Yes.
Show
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love the colors. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Can you show my mom, Braylon?
Well, let's form a circle with our kids. Y'all done? Let's form a circle for our peace song. Just here, I'll take it.
Our blessing. Steve, do you want to do the blessing?
Yes, as soon as we get a circle. Okay, so kids, you're in the front. So we want to. Let's have everyone look at the screen. There's one behind you, and there's one up there. So this is a time of blessing our youth, and the adults. We will go first, and then you say it back to us. And it's like giving a gift of Christmas right now. Together, God loves you and accepts you just the way you are, and I love you and accept you just the way you are. I behold the Christ you are. Your turn. Oh man, how powerful is that? What a gift. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally.
now our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. God bless you.
Peace for all seasons, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, joy in our hearts. Every day is a choice to show some kindness. We're all a part of one family, so connected, our hearts and spirit. I reach out for you, you reach out